What if everything you've been taught about strength is wrong? What if the secret to an unbreakable self isn't found in what you show the world, but in what you master within? Brace yourself, for in the next 18 lessons, your life might be transformed. Listen closely, for I, Epictetus, a mere freedman, once taught these very truths from my humble stool in Nicopolis. You seek strength, yet you often expose your tenderest parts to the harsh winds of the world. Know this: the more you reveal your pain, the more some, unfortunately, will delight in your suffering. This malice, this subtle envy, it poisons growth, whether in the forum, among companions, or even within your own household. Therefore, your greatest defense, your truest strength, lies in learning not to show your weak points. Consider the oak in the tempest. Its leaves may dance wildly, its branches may thrash, yet its trunk, rooted deep within the unyielding earth, remains steadfast. This is the very essence of silent resilience that I wish to engrave upon your soul. You are far mightier than you imagine, capable of remaining untouched by external and internal clamor. Each trial, each perceived misfortune is but a lesson in becoming that unshakable tree. When you act as if nothing truly bothers you, you are not denying the storm. You are simply choosing not to let its rain drench you, nor its wind uproot you. You are, in that moment, mastering your own fate, firm, strong, and serene amidst the chaos of life. In these coming minutes, we shall delve into 18 principles, drawn from the wellspring of my philosophy. Prepare to journey inward, for true strength is not found in the thunder's roar, but in the quiet, illuminating light of your own understanding. Cast aside the daily distractions that ensnare the unwary, and let us begin. The foundations of an unconquerable spirit. Principle 1. Lend 2 ears, not 1 mouth. Why, my students, did nature bestow upon us 2 ears and but a single mouth? Was it an error? A coincidence? No, it was a deliberate design. We are not meant to fall in love with the sound of our own voice, but rather to embrace the voices of others. For it is through listening, truly listening, that wisdom enters. You advance not by endlessly repeating your own pronouncements, but by absorbing the lessons freely offered by the world around you. So from this very moment, heed more closely what others speak and less what you have, until now, insisted upon. Principle 2. Embrace the worst, for it has already come. The relentless grip of anxiety with its devastating toll arises from the fearful imagining of future ills. We fret over children's studies, fear dismissal from our work, dread a spouse's confession or a sudden divorce, or even the specter of ruin. Yet our torment is cyclical. One day, one fear, the next, another. Life's path, while it grants moments of joy, inevitably reserves a multitude of problems. This constant stress, fueled by daily stimuli, is where my teaching intervenes. My proposal is as stark as it is effective. Think that all these things you fear so much have already happened. In this audacious act, your spirit will forge the very strategies needed to face any reality, head held high. Principle 3. Seek failure, for it forges progress. How desperately we strive to avoid the label of fool. Yet I tell you, to be considered a fool can be a blessing, for in that perception lies the true path to improvement, both in your craft and in your very character. Overcoming, you see, is not born of a spontaneous flash, but from a long, arduous journey of trial and error. It is through error itself that we are granted the precious opportunity to refine that which obstructs our ascent to excellence. Principle 4. Beware fortune's treacherous gifts. This wealth, so ardently pursued, carries with it a subtle blight from which few escape. It is not merely the flock of false friends who appear, feigning affection for your newfound prosperity. No, wealth possesses the power to transform the very soul, and not always for the better. Once you grasp this coveted resource, you acquire something previously unknown to you, and it is in that moment that your spirit may begin its slow descent, losing its moral bearings. Principle 5. Plant many hopes, not just one. There is no wisdom in tethering all your hopes to a solitary dream, for its failure could be utterly devastating. Therefore, I urge you to pursue many dreams. In casting a wider net of aspiration, you exponentially multiply your chances of success and diminish the sting of any single setback. Principle 6. Remember death, your final companion. This is not a call to morbid pessimism, but a summons to awareness. Death is the ultimate destination of all your actions, all your strivings. With this truth ever present, perhaps you will begin to truly evaluate the worth of dedicating 20 years of your precious limited life to amassing possessions. A grand house, for instance, that you cannot by any means carry with you when death at last visits. Just as you pack your indispensable daily items, so too should you carry these Stoic principles. For with them, you will cease to view setbacks as misfortunes and life as an endless stretch of internal time. Instead, you will gain a more realistic perception of your fleeting existence and assuredly make far better use of the brief span granted to you. Principle 7. True wealth resides in a contented spirit. My understanding of happiness, forged in the crucible of Stoicism, is simple yet profound. A wise man is one who does not fret over the things he does not have, but rejoices in those he does have. This is more than a mere thought, it is an imperative. Cease to be afflicted by the riches not yet yours. For while you complain and mourn what you lack, you squander precious moments of joy, moments in which you could give thanks for the abundance you have already achieved, an abundance far greater than your untutored eyes are accustomed to appreciating. Thus, know that a truly rich person is, above all, a happy person. Principle 8. Embrace humility as your gateway to wisdom. If you truly desire to learn something, it is essential that a person first unlearns what they believe they already know. This is my call to humility, particularly in the pursuit of knowledge. Striding through life cloaked in the arrogance of what you think you know erects an impassable barrier to authentic wisdom. True understanding blossoms only from the profound conviction that, in truth, you are utterly ignorant of that which you seek to learn. Only then can you gaze upon the world with the eyes of a child, eyes brimming with both wonder and an insatiable desire to learn. Principle 9. Guilt, a plague to be eradicated. Narrow-minded people blame others. Ordinary people blame themselves. But the wise see all guilt as foolishness. Indeed, guilt is a malady of the spirit, a plague to be excised. The only victory in the battle against guilt lies in your steadfast refusal to engage with it. The insidious allure of blame, whether directed outward or inward, is its apparent ease, for it utterly absolves you of the responsibility to correct the error. It is a tempting escape, hard to resist. Only those driven by an unyielding determination to overcome are capable of averting guilt and, more importantly, taking full responsibility for their actions. Principle 10. Forge alliances with those who lift you higher. It is peculiar, is it not? A sneeze nearby sends us recoiling, fearful of contagion. Yet we are far less wary of a far deadlier infection that assaults us daily. My counsel on this is clear. Surround yourselves with people who inspire you to give your best. for the disposition of others profoundly shapes your own state of mind. Some drain your energy, casting a pall over your day. Others infuse you with joy and renewed vigor. Therefore, the wisest choice you can make is to ally yourself with those who bring forth good from within you, and to gracefully bid farewell to those who possess the power to make you regret your very birth. Principle 11. Your reactions sculpt your destiny. Never take your reactions lightly, for they are without question the very chisels that carve your success or your failure. I taught this with utmost clarity. You cannot choose what befalls you, but you possess the absolute power to choose how you manage it. Misfortune, like a stone, can strike any of us, but what you do with that stone, once it has landed, marks the profound difference. For some, a divorce becomes an abyss of depression and victimhood. For me, it is a golden opportunity to embark upon the path of self-knowledge. Remember always, your life is not merely what happens to you, but what you choose to make of it. Principle 12. Embrace your duty unbidden and unpraised. Each of us, my students, holds a distinct role within society, within the vast tapestry of the world. The sun, in its majestic rising each morning, seeks neither praise nor enchantment. It simply does. And that, my friends, is final. Just as every part of nature fulfills its ordained function, so too must we fulfill our obligations. If you await accolades or commendation to perform your work, you fail both the greater whole to which you belong and, indeed, yourself. If your task is clear, and you know others depend upon it, then it is your moral imperative to carry it out, without awaiting a reminder from anyone. Principle 13. To those who hate you, offer not hatred, but indifference. You are, in your essence, far greater and utterly superior to the one who criticizes, despises, or discriminates against you. Therefore, do not squander your precious time on the poison of hatred, for such a person does not even merit a place in your thoughts. Fear not those who seek to harm you. Their malice is but a regrettable, futile attempt to diminish your spirit. Ignore it, and become immune to its venom. Principle 14. Lay your bet on simplicity. Why embrace frugality when an abundance of luxuries lies within grasp? The answer, my friend, is far simpler and more logical than you imagine. Wealth, you see, does not sustain itself. It demands relentless commitment and a colossal daily expenditure of energy simply to maintain its elaborate system of luxuries and debts. In stark contrast, when you consciously choose a simple lifestyle, you free yourself from the crushing weight of bills, loans, and credit cards. You escape the ceaseless pressure of merely meeting due dates. Principle 15. Guard your mind. It is not for others to disturb. When you allow the fleeting comments and careless attitudes of others to disturb your tranquility, you are, in that very act, handing over the reins of your own life. Anyone capable of rousing your anger becomes, by your own permission, your master. Yet, understand this fundamental truth. That person can only ignite your fury when you allow yourself to be disturbed by them. Within you lie many keys. Some unlock the gates of happiness, others lead directly to emotional ruin. It is this latter key, tragically, that you carelessly surrender to those who vex you. The solution is to erect a formidable barrier, preventing the attitudes of others from penetrating your inner calm. For assuredly, each person is the master of what they utter, and equally, the master of what they choose to hear. Principle 16. Friendship. A fortune beyond gold. True wealth, my friends, lies not in gold or silver, but in genuine friends. For they, and they alone, will stand ready to support you should your material fortune ever vanish into thin air. Therefore, dedicate your efforts to cultivating authentic friendships. In doing so, you make the most profitable, most enduring long-term investment imaginable. Principle 17. In all things, extract the benefit. My words on this are clear. Whatever happens, it is up to you to take advantage of it or not. It is not merely an option to draw good from adversity. It is your sacred duty. As long as the spark of intelligence burns within you, you possess the capacity to discern the advantages, the profound lessons, hidden within any situation that has befallen you. Imagine arriving at your workplace one day only to learn you are dismissed. Instead of despairing, of cursing the heavens, you are granted the opportunity to at last embark upon that enterprise you dreamt of, free from the confines of your old schedule and the company you disliked. Therefore, always strive to seek the positive in every circumstance. This disciplined movement accumulated throughout your life will assuredly carry you farther than any lament ever could. Principle 18. Release what is beyond your grasp. You are the sovereign of your own opinions, but never of your reputation. You possess the burning desire and zeal for the search, but you cannot command the quantity of goods you acquire, nor the elusive hand of success. Therefore, to worry, to fester with bitterness over those things utterly beyond your control, is simply to choose to waste the precious gift of time. My teaching calls us to diligently cultivate those virtues and values that lie within our power to change. Yet it is equally our solemn duty to release that which is beyond our control, allowing fate to unfold as it will. These Stoic principles, my friends, are not mere intellectual exercises. They are tools, incredibly useful for the daily navigation of life's treacherous waters. They are the very teachings that can guide us through dark times with wisdom and unyielding resilience. For in Stoic philosophy, there is no room for fleeting fantasy, only for the disciplined application of what is learned and a relentless, purposeful march forward. I trust these words have resonated with you. Since you have journeyed with me to the very end, I invite you to share your own insights. Write armored wisdom in the comments if you are so moved. And if you are new to this path, subscribe to receive more such guidance. Until we meet again.